والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وسيد المرسلين محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I bear witness that there is no Lord but Allah, and Muhammad is last messenger and prophet. Indeed, whoever Allah grants guidance will never be misguided, and those who Allah will sit astray will find guidance nowhere soever. The best words are that one of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran, and the best guidance is the guidance of His slave, last messenger and prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwun lakum fahdharuhu وإن تعفوا وتصفحوا وتغفروا فإن الله غفور رحيم. إنما أموالكم وأولادكم فتنة والله عنده أجر عظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Taghabun, and Al-Taghabun means when people feud with each other, like standing in court, like in the day of judgment. It's called the day of Taghabun, the day of the court. When two people stand against each other where the judge is Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very interesting ayah in a very interesting surah, and it touches our lives. And as you know, in my Kuthbah always I don't reflect my opinion. I don't say I think so, or I believe so, or I think this is better than the other, but I just bring the ayah to you and shed the light on it, and it's up to you to understand it. Because Allah, for a good Hafiz, Allah inspire those who listen to it. And this is the member, this is the podium of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. No one has the right to state his own opinion. You are only a person who say what Allah said through Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Here Allah says, "O you who believe, among," listen to this, among your wives, not all your wives, but some of your wives, and your children, an enemy for you. So beware, Allah says. And so you don't go back and start to prepare your weapon and fight your enemy. Allah says, وَإِن تَعْفُوا وَتَصْفَحُوا وَتَغْفِرُوا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. But if you forgive and forget and do not take them accountable for how you feel, indeed Allah will forgive you. Allah most forgiving. Then Allah says, indeed your children, your offspring, your boys and girls, are tests for you, fitness. إنما أموالكم, but indeed your wealth and your children. And I would like you to look at the sequence. When Allah talks about animosity, Allah brought the woman first, the wife first, and then the children. When it comes about fitna, something that you be happy to have, then Allah said the wealth and your children. And then Allah عنده أجر عظيم, and Allah possesses the greatest reward, or has the greatest reward. فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. So have piety in Allah as much as you can. And then Allah says, وَاسْمَعُوا وَأَطِيعُوا. And then listen and obey. وَأَنْفِقُوا خَيْرًا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ وَأَنْفِقُوا خَيْرًا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ. And spend for your own benefit. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسُهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And those who Allah protect them from their own stinginess, they are the winners. Here Allah is telling us how to handle family problems. Because family problems, we are all stricken by it, honestly. I never believe anyone who says, I'm 100% happy, satisfied, it's marvelous with my family. It's not true. If one of you can claim this, please raise your hand and we will put a crown in there. And before you start to say, well, if my wife is an enemy, but I have to forgive her and live in misery, Allah is telling you a way out. The surah, right? This is the end of Surah Al-Tabab. The next surah, the next ayah, the next word that comes after this, Surah Al-Talaq, divorce. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن. Oh, you prophet, tell the believer, if you make divorce for your women, make it right without going to the details. In other words, keep forgiving your wife. Keep giving her chances. Try to make the best that you can until you end up with a difference. And if you sincerely, by the piety of Allah, think that without her you can worship Allah better, you don't need people behind you suffering, then think of divorce. Prophet ﷺ has made a divorce. He married a girl, and then some woman told her, for you that the Prophet will love you, once he comes close, you say, A'udhu Billah. Like act hard, act difficult, so he will run after you. But you know, this is not a good behavior. So in the first night, when they came close in the wedding night, she said, A'udhu Billah. And then he said, لَقَدْ اسْتَعَدْتِ بِعَظِيمٍ. You have taken Allah, the greatest, as a protection against me. You are divorced. Obviously, this is a girl that doesn't know her religion. And she's going to be hard and difficult. And that it's better be without her. It's better looking for a good one. And Allah, as the Prophet ﷺ told, تَزَوَّجُوا الْوَدُودِ الْوَلُودِ. When you get married, seek the one that has cordial behavior, compassion, and that can have children. And Allah told us what is a good wife. Prophet ﷺ said to his family, to his companion, أَلَا أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْجَنَّةِ. Shall I tell you what kind of woman will go to paradise? He said, بَلَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. He said, هي المؤمنة المرأة التي إذ أغضبها زوجها أو أغضبته تضع يدها في يده وتقول لا يغفل لي جفن حتى ترضى عني. Is a woman that if a problem happened between her and her husband, if she made exactly the words of the Prophet like this, if she made him angry or he got angry at her, Doesn't matter who made the other angry. Why? Because woman has a resource of love and compassion that she can give that the man doesn't have. She would place her hand in his hand when they go to sleep, and she would say, I would never go to sleep and you are not pleased with me. For that, Allah will give her paradise. It doesn't mean that his wife has to do this for you. If your wife doesn't do this for you, you have to know that Allah is testing you with a difficult wife. And you will probably have a lot of reward in the hereafter being patient with her. Not only do we have problems with our wives, but we also have problems with our children. Probably in this country is even worse than wives. And children can have feud with each other. And you have to deal with this. And I just would like to give you one example. The two children of Adam, one of them fell in love with the sister being supposed to marry their sister. That he is forbidden to marry her. You know, Eve used to carry a boy and a girl every time in one birth, like a twin. And they are not supposed to marry each other, but they're supposed to marry from each other different time of birth. So the brother, the older brother, have a beautiful twin. And he's not supposed to marry her. And his brother, other brother, is supposed to marry her. But he said to his brother, I will marry my twin. Because she's beautiful and your sister is not good. Doesn't look good to you. So they feud with each other. And each one said, I'm going to give a sacrifice for Allah. And we'll see who Allah will accept from. The older brother has a field of crops, wheat. So they said then they used to get the sacrifice and put it in the top of the mountain, and Allah would send fire that will eat that, and that means that the sacrifice was accepted. The older brother got the worst of what he has to give to Allah, and put it in the top of the mountain. His other brother used to be a shepherd, and he got the best lamb he had, and put it in the other mountain. The fire came and ate that, and didn't eat the wheat. So the bad brother decided to revenge. So he said, I'm going to kill you. Then his brother told him, indeed Allah accepts from those who are pious. إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah only accepts from only those who fight. And on that ayah, Ibn Umar, the son of Umar, said, if I know that Allah will accept from me through all my life, only 2 rakats in my life, I know I will go to paradise. Because he understood this ayah. If Allah accepts from you, you are a pious person. There are people who make sadaqah all their life, pray all their life, Allah doesn't accept from them. Because the heart is not good. And there are people who make 1/10 of it. If you pay to the masjid, make sure you want to have the feeling that I give you the best I can give you, and if I have more, I will give you more. Don't just get the $100 and then look at it, but I need it. And get, all right, I give you $50, and then you end up giving $10. Don't be stingy with Allah, because Allah doesn't like it and may not accept it. So make sure when you give to Allah, you give the best. So his brother told him, if you extend your hand to kill me, I will not kill you. I like you to carry my sin and your sin and go to hell. Somebody would say, but nobody's supposed to say to the other, he will go to hell because of what he did. No, he said that so he would deter him from killing him. And there is an ayah in Quran, you can say the bad word if you feel injustice. And the ayah goes like this, لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء. Allah doesn't like you to say bad words. إلا من ظلم, except that you feel injustice. The other example I like to give you is the famous example of Yusuf alayhi salam. Imagine, because Yusuf's father loves his son, they want to kill him. They say, اقتلوا يوسف أو ألقوه في غيابة الجب يلتقطه بعض السيارة يخلو لكم وجه أبيكم وتكونوا من بعده قوما صالحين. Imagine, kill Yusuf, or throw him in the well, definitely will die, or somebody will pick him up. So your father will have no one but you, and you become a pious people after this. After you kill deliberately, you will be a pious person. This is the sense, this is how Iblis trying to make a crime look good. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وسيد المرسلين محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Definitely, crime doesn't pay. When they decided to do this to Yusuf alayhi salam, the father didn't know what to do. He went to Allah and he cried. And he said, oh Allah, you promised me that no harm will go to Yusuf. So he went into sleep. When he fell in sleep, he saw the angel of death. And he asked, oh, angel of death, and you know prophets can see angels. Oh, angel, did you take the life of my son? He said, no. You will meet your son in your life, in this life, and you get together before you meet Allah, before I take your life. Then Yaqub alayhi salam remembered the dream his son saw. His son saw a dream that he found the sun, the moon, and the 11 brothers, and the 11 stars are prostrating for them. Then he realized that there will be an event in the future that Yusuf is going to be to a high position, even higher than his own father and mother. So Allah compensates. Crime doesn't pay. Patience is a good virtue, especially with wife and children. A man came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said, "O Prophet of Allah, I have an extra dinar, dirham. I have extra money. To whom I can give sadaqah to?" He said, "Give it to your children." Another man came and asked Prophet of Allah. He said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, I pay a dinar from jihad, and I pay a dinar for sadaqah, and I pay a dinar for my wife and children. Which one is the best among them?" He said, "The best that you pay for your wife and children. Always be generous and do not treat the wife and children as they treat you." Why? Because Allah gave you more wisdom and promised you a lot of reward. And you have to seek Allah's reward in them. All they want to win a battle against you. But you need to win a battle against shaitan and win with Allah. May Allah guide us to the best. أقول قولي هذا